Good morning, students. Continuing with our previous class, in which we were discussing about position of a minor in a contract, the effect of a minor's agreement. So, up to the last class, we had discussed the effect of the Mohri Bibi versus Dharmodas Ghosh, and then we had seen the conflicting decisions of the different high courts, like in Khan Gul versus Lakha Singh case. The Lahore High Court took an extended view of doctrine of restitution, that it said that the doctrine of restitution applies to money also. If the minor has taken the money, he may be compelled to return the money also. So he took the extended view of doctrine of restitution, but some other decisions of the Allahabad High Court, like in Ayodhya Prasad case, they said that restitution does not apply to money. So there was conflicting decisions, which was finally settled on the recommendation of the Law Commission of India. Law Commission of India accepted went with the extended view of doctrine of restitution, and it recommended finally the Specific Relief Act 1963 in section 33 incorporates the law relating to it. Now I am going to read section 33 of Specific Relief Act 1963. This section 33 is in two parts. There are two subsections. So first I am going to read subsection 1. I am just seeing the bare act. Subsection 1 says, where a void or voidable contract has been cancelled, where a void or voidable contract, it covers both, has been cancelled at the instance of a party thereto. At the instance of a party thereto means, in this case, minor is the plaintiff. The minor goes to the court. In the instance of minor, the contract is cancelled, that this contract is void, and the minor goes to the court that the contract should be cancelled, should be declared void as I am a minor. Then the court, it says the court may require him, court may order him to restore such benefit as he has received under the contract. So whatever benefit he has received under the contract, the court may order him to restore it, and to make any compensation to the other party. And also court may order him to make compensation to the other party, but the relevant point is which justice may require. Which justice may require. If the court thinks justice equity requires that the compensation should be granted, then the court may order compensation also. So what section 33 subsection 1 of Specific Relief Act 1963 does, it does not change the earlier law. Earlier law is also the same. If the minor comes to the court as a plaintiff, he can be compelled to return his gain under the agreement. So this is subsection 1, where the minor himself is the plaintiff. Minor goes to the court. Minor takes the help of the court to cancel the contract on the ground that it is void. Then the court will help the minor, but he may ask the minor to restore the benefit which he has taken under the agreement, and may order compensation also if the justice may require. Now subsection 2, I am going to read. Subsection 2 of section 33 says, where a defendant successfully resists any suit on the ground that the contract by reason of his being incompetent is void against him. Now see the point. Where the defendant successfully resists any suit. Defendant, here the minor is defendant, he is successfully resisting the suit, means he is successful in raising the plea of defense of minority, so he successfully resists the suit. सक्सेसफुल हो जाता है, वो डिफेंस देता है कि मैं माइनर हूँ, सामने वाला अपोजिट पार्टी कोर्ट गया है, प्लेंटिफ है, माइनर डिफेंडेंट है, माइनर कहता है कि ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वाइड था, मेरे ऊपर कोई लायबिलिटी नहीं है, वो सक्सेसफुली अपने को डिफेंड करता है बाय रीजन ऑफ हिज बीइंग इनकम्पिटेंट, कि हम इनकम्पिटेंट है, माइनर हैं. Then it says, section says, he may be required to restore the benefits. Again it says, the minor, the defendant may be required to restore the benefits if any obtained by him under the contract. अगर उसने कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर कोई बेनिफिट लिया है तो कोर्ट उसको रिस्टोर करने के लिए कह सकती है, बट क्या चीज, ओनली टू द एक्सटेंट टू विच ही और हिज स्टेट हैज बेनिफिट देयरबाय. मीन्स द कोर्ट कैन order minor to restore the benefit restore the advantage he has taken under the contract, but only to the extent to which his estate has benefited. Now subsection 2, in comparison to earlier law, makes the difference that if a minor is brought before the court as a defendant, he can be compelled to account for such portion or the money or anything which he has received, which has gone to benefit him personally, may be ordered to restore. But the catch is that such thing must have benefited him personally, such as education, training, or has resulted in the benefits to his estate. It does not apply to the money. Clear? So subsection 1 applies where the minor is plaintiff. He may be ordered to restore the thing. Compensation may also be granted. And subsection 2, where the minor is defendant, opposite party goes to the court. The court will declare the contract void, but if the minor has taken any benefit under the contract and out of this money or benefit which he has taken, out of this money his estate has benefited, means some long-term benefit has accrued to the minor. He has taken some training, he has taken some education, or some benefit, long-term benefit has accrued to him, then he may be ordered to restore such benefit. So this is the current position regarding the restitution of by a minor. Now continuing further our discussion relating to the Mohri Bibi case. In the Mohri Bibi case, it has been accepted that the minor's contract is void ab initio. So there is no liability, no estoppel against minor, no liability under the contract, no tort even can be enforced against the contract if it is related to contract. So this principle of voidability of a minor's contract is basically formed to protect the interest of the minor, to protect against the misjudgment that may be shown by a minor in entering into a contract, so that the other party cannot take benefit of the minor. But if the contract is for the benefit of the minor, if the contract is of some benefit to the minor, which we call as beneficial contract. So as in modern day circumstances, minors are entering into a number of contracts. So to declare each and every contract that minor enters into as void is not practicable. This principle of voidability of minors agreement has been formulated, has been made to protect the interest of the minor, not to cause any harm to the interest of the minor. So all the agreement which the minor makes, if it is declared void, then rather than protecting the interest of the minor, we are causing harm to the interest of the minor. माइनर के इंटरेस्ट को प्रोटेक्ट करने के बजाय हम उसको नुकसान पहुंचा रहे हैं. इसलिए कुछ एक्सेप्शंस क्रिएट किए गए हैं जिनमें कहा गया कि द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स विच आर बेनिफिशियल टू द माइनर, जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट माइनर के फायदे के लिए हैं, उन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को वाइड डिक्लेयर नहीं किया जाएगा. वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो है माइनर के बेनिफिट के लिए है. सो माइनर कैन इन्फोर्स दोज काइंड्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट which may be called as beneficial contracts, like contract of marriage. Contract of marriage prima facie has been deemed to be for the benefit of the minor and minor may enforce it. Similarly, contract of apprenticeship, like training, it is again deemed to be have been for the benefit of the minor, and therefore minor can enforce it. There are a number of case laws on these points. English case is also there, Roberts versus Gray. English case, Rajrani versus Premadip. You can see these cases in your textbooks. So number of cases are there on this beneficial. Next coming, the another issue is relating to minors agreement is the doctrine of ratification. Doctrine of ratification. Ratification means to ratify something which you had already done, or somebody else has done on your behalf and you accept it. Or you have entered into a contract with a person during your minority, now you become a major. आपने कुछ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया जब आप 18 साल से कम के थे, लेकिन अब आप 18 साल से ज़्यादा के हो जाते हैं, मेजर हो जाते हैं, तो क्या आप उस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को रेटिफाई कर सकते हैं, अपना सकते हैं, कह सकते हैं कि मैं ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को रेटिफाई करता हूँ, वैलिडिटी ग्रांट करता हूँ. दिस इज डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ रेटिफिकेशन. And this doctrine of ratification does not apply in the case of minor. Means a minor who had entered into a contract during his minority, after attaining the majority, cannot accept that contract which he had made during his minority, because for the simple reason that the ratification relates back to the date on which the contract was made. आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 17 साल की उम्र में किया था, आप 21 साल की उम्र में उसको रेटिफाई करना चाह रहे हो, तो किस चीज को रेटिफाई करना चाह रहे हो? कि वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो आपने 17 साल की उम्र में किया था, लेकिन जो 17 साल की उम्र में जो आपने किया था वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट तो लॉ की नजर में वॉइड है. दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इन द आईज ऑफ लॉ इज ऑलरेडी वॉइड, so you cannot grant validity to a contract which has already been declared to be void. But if you want, you can make a fresh contract. Now since you are a major, now you can make a fresh contract on the same terms and condition as you wish, but you cannot ratify, you cannot give validity to the contract which you made during your minority. So doctrine of ratification does not apply in the case of minor. There is a case on this also, Suraj Narayan versus Sukhu Ahir. Suraj Narayan versus Sukhu Ahir. It is a 1928 Allahabad High Court full bench decision. In this case, what happened? Minor during his minority borrowed money from a person by executing a bond. उसने बॉन्ड एग्जीक्यूट करके कुछ पैसे उधार लिए. ना जब वो मेजर हो जाता है, मान लीजिए उसने 17 साल की उम्र में लिए, बॉन्ड एग्जीक्यूट किया और पैसे लिए. नाउ व्हेन ही बिकम्स मेजर, व्हेन ही बिकेम मेजर, ही एग्जीक्यूटेड अ सेकंड बॉन्ड एंड आफ्टर अटेनिंग ए मेजॉरिटी ही एग्जीक्यूटेड अ सेकंड बॉन्ड विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द ओरिजिनल लोन प्लस इंटरेस्ट. उसने कहा कि मैंने 17 साल की उम्र में ये लोन लिया था, मैं उसको रिपे करूंगा, उस बॉन्ड पे वो प्रिंसिपल प्लस इंटरेस्ट पे करूंगा. नाउ इन दिस केस व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? यू आर गिविंग वैलिडिटी टू अ बॉन्ड, वैलिडिटी टू अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट which was void at the time when it was made. So the court said that this second bond which gives validity to the first bond which he had made during minority is without consideration, not covered under section 25 subsection 2. As we had seen, section 25 where certain agreements without consideration, even without consideration, are valid. Section 25 gives exception to the consideration, but court said that no, except this case is not covered under exception. So in this case there was no consideration. कि मेजोरिटी उसने अटेंड किया, उसने कहा कि मैं पैसे दूंगा आपको, ये अपनी तरफ से पैसे देने का प्रॉमिस किया, लेकिन सामने वाले ने उसके लिए क्या किया? तो ड्यूरिंग माइनॉरिटी उसको दिया था लोन, but that loan is not valid in the eye of law, so there is no consideration. So this second bond which the minor after attaining the majority has executed, this bond has no validity. So the conclusion is that the doctrine of ratification does not apply to the minor. Minor cannot ratify an agreement which he made during his minority on attaining the majority. And the last thing in the topic related to minor is liability for necessaries. Liability for necessaries under section 68 of the Indian Contract. The group of headings starting from section 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, these group of sections basically deals with the head of a contract which are known as quasi contract. Quasi contract means obligations which are resembling to the contract, obligation which resemble to the contract. Contract से मिलते जुलते obligation हैं, but they are not contract. So different heads are given under section 68, 69, 70, etc., where the obligation is imposed on a person as if there was a contract, but in actually there is no contract, but obligation is imposed as if there is a valid, binding, enforceable contract. So one of the heads, first head is given under section 68. Section 68 says, so I am reading section 68, it says, if a person incapable of entering into a contract, if a person is incapable of entering into a contract, like minor, or anyone whom he is legally bound to support, person whom he is legally bound to support, that is not relevant for us. And if any person incapable of entering into a contract is supplied by another person, कि उसको दूसरा आदमी सप्लाई करता है, माइनर को कोई दूसरा आदमी सप्लाई करता है, क्या? विथ नेसेसरीज जरूरी चीजें, सुटेड टू हिज कंडीशन इन लाइफ, माइनर के लाइफ के कंडीशन के अनुसार, उसके लिविंग कंडीशन के अनुसार, उसके स्टेटस के अनुसार, उसके पोजीशन के अनुसार, उसको उसके हिसाब से जो जरूरी चीजें हैं वो सप्लाई करता है, देन द पर्सन हु हैज फर्निश्ड सच सप्लाईज, वो आदमी जिसने ये सब सामान दिया है, सप्लाई दी है, इज इंटाइटल्ड टू बी रीइंबर्स्ड, फ्रॉम द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ such incapable person, that is minor. So he has given some necessary suited to his condition in life, some कुछ जरूरी चीजें जो माइनर के कंडीशन के अकॉर्डिंग उसके लिए सुटेड है लाइफ के लिए, उसके लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड, उसके पोजीशन के हिसाब से उसको सप्लाई किया है, देन द पर्सन इज इंटाइटल्ड टू रीइंबर्स फ्रॉम द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द माइनर. So what is necessary is a question of fact, which are to be determined with the reference of the facts and the circumstances, position of the minor, his living standard, his educational background, societal background. All these things will be taken into consideration to decide what is necessary. If a minor is very poor, if he is dying of hunger, वो भूख से मर रहा है, तो उसके लिए रोटी एक नेसेसरी चीज है. लेकिन कोई एक पढ़ा लिखा इंसान है और उसके लिए स्कूल कॉलेज की फीस देनी हो, तो वो एक नेसेसरी चीजें हो सकती है. लेकिन अगर मैं कहूँ कोई आदमी माइनर है जिसके पास बहुत सारे फॉर एग्जांपल कपड़े हैं, और मैंने कहा मैंने उसके और कपड़े दिए, तो दिस इज नॉट नेसेसरी टू हिज कंडीशन इन लाइफ. वो बहुत जरूरी चीजें अगर देते हैं तब कहता है कि पर्सन इज entitled to be reimbursed from the property of the minor. So, two conditions are necessary for the application of section 68. First is that the minor should be supplied with the necessary suited to his condition in life. उसके लिए जो बहुत जरूरी चीजें हैं वो सप्लाई की जानी चाहिए. और दूसरा, minor should not have already sufficient supply of that. वो उसके पास ऑलरेडी पहले से वो चीजें नहीं होनी चाहिए, उसके पास नहीं थी इसलिए मैंने सप्लाई किया. सो टू कंडीशंस आर देयर, उसके लिए वो बहुत जरूरी था डिपेंडिंग ऑन द फैक्ट्स एंड सर्कमस्टांसेस, और उसके पास वो पहले से नेसेसरी कंडीशन नहीं थी, चीजें नहीं थी उसके पास सरवाइव करने के लिए, या डिपेंडिंग ऑन द फैक्ट्स एंड सर्कमस्टांस उसके लिए जरूरी था, तो मैंने उसको सप्लाई की. एक इसमें इंग्लिश केस भी है, नेस वर्सेस इनमैन. इसमें एक ऑक्सफोर्ड का स्टूडेंट है, उसके पास पहले से बहुत कपड़े थे, प्लेंटिफ ने उसको और बहुत सारे कपड़े दिए, इवन सूट्स भी दिया. कोर्ट ने कहा दिस इज नॉट नेसेसरी सुटेड टू हिज कंडीशन इन लाइफ, सो ही कैन नॉट मेक माइनर लायबल. द थर्ड इशू हियर इज द नेचर ऑफ लायबिलिटी ऑफ द माइनर. सेक्शन 68 says that the person who has given such supply is entitled to be reimbursed from the property of the minor. Now, he will be reimbursed from the property of the minor. The liability is not personal. Minor is not personally liable. He is liable only to the extent of his estate. His estate means his property. Okay. So, personal liability of minor is also not there. He is liable only to his estate. The person shall be reimbursed from the property of the minor. If the property is sufficient to reimburse the other person, then it will be reimbursed. It will be recovered from that property, but minor is not personally liable to repay it. So this is the whole law relating to the nature of miners agreement. We have discussed it in different lectures. Just summarizing all these relating to the capacity of contract. Section 10 says that all agreements are contract if they are made with free consent of parties competent to the contract. Parties should be competent to contract. Then question arises, who is competent to contract? Then section 11 says every person is competent to contract except three categories of person. Every person is competent to contract who is of the age of majority, who is of sound mind, and who is not disqualified by law from entering into the contract. So, but section 10 or section 11 neither make clear that what will happen if the minor enters into a contract by misrepresenting his age. Whether such contract will be void or voidable, it has neither been mentioned under section 10 or section 11. किसी में नहीं लिखा हुआ है, इसलिए हम लोग इसको अलग से पढ़ते हैं, इफेक्ट ऑफ माइनर्स एग्रीमेंट. माइनर का एग्रीमेंट क्या होगा? तो इस पे लैंडमार्क जजमेंट है मोरी बीबी वर्सेस धर्मोदास घोष 1903 में प्रिवी काउंसिल ने कहा माइनर्स एग्रीमेंट इज वाइड एब इनिशियो, शुरू से ही वाइड होगा, इसलिए माइनर का जो एग्रीमेंट का इफेक्ट होगा उसको एग्रीमेंट को हमको सेट असाइड करते हुए उसके जो जो कंसिक्वेंसेज है उनको हमको वन बाय वन देखने पड़ेंगे. हमने देखा देयर इज नो स्टॉपेल अगेंस्ट माइनर. माइनर के अगेंस्ट स्टॉपेल अप्लाई नहीं होगा. उसने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया है वो बोल करके कि हम मेजर है, लेकिन वो बाद में इससे डिनाई कर सकता है. वो कह सकता है कि नहीं मैंने गलत बोला था, मैं माइनर हूं. नो स्टॉपेल अगेंस्ट माइनर. नो लायबिलिटी इन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट और एनी टॉट अराइजिंग आउट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. माइनर की कोई लायबिलिटी नहीं है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर, या कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से रिलेटेड कोई टॉट है तो उसमें भी कोई लायबिलिटी नहीं है. फिर हमने देखा डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ रेस्टिट्यूशन, इंग्लिश लॉ में ओरिजिनेट हुआ. लेस्ली वर्सेस सील के केस में कहा कि अगर कुछ बेनिफिट लिया है तो सामने वाले से आपको रिस्टोर करना पड़ेगा, बट दिस डॉक्ट्रिन डज नॉट अप्लाई टू द मनी. So far as this doctrine is concerned, it was doctrine considered in the Mohri Bibi versus Dharmodas case. We discussed in detail Mohri Bibi or Dharmodas case. 3 defense were taken. Section 64, 65, court says that section 64, 65 Indian Contract Act does not apply here. And so far a relief under a specific relief act is concerned, since the money lender was already knowing that the other person is minor, so he cannot be given relief because he wanted to take undue benefit of the minor. Then we've seen the different high courts taking different view regarding the restitution by minor in case of money. Finally, the Law Commission of India recommended and Government of India incorporated Section 33 of the Specific Relief Act 1963, which lays down that if the minor is plaintiff, then if minor goes to the court may order him to restore the benefit which he has taken under the contract. But if the minor is defendant, again he may be ordered to restore the benefit, but so far as his state has benefited, means money cannot be returned. Then after that, after the case of Mohri Bibi case, then we discussed some kinds of contract which are beneficial to the minor. Beneficial contracts are there, so such beneficial contracts can be enforced by the minor, because those contracts have been made for the benefit of the minor, so minor can enforce those contracts since the contracts are for the benefit of the minor, like contract of marriage, contract of apprenticeship, etc. Then we discuss the doctrine of ratification. The minor cannot ratify his contract which he had made during his minority. On attaining the majority, he cannot ratify the doctrine of ratification does not apply to the minor because it relates back to the date on which the original contract was formed. We saw the case of Suraj Narayan versus Sukhu Ahir. The full bench of Allahabad High Court said this will not apply to the case of minor. And finally, we discussed the law relating to necessaries suited to the condition of a life. If it is applied to a minor, then what will be the liability of the minor under section 68 of the Indian Contract. Liability for necessaries under section 68. It says that if certain things are supplied to a minor suited to his condition in life, which are very necessary, which he does not have already the abundant supply, then the property of the minor is liable. The person who has supplied such necessaries may recover from the property of the minor. Minor is not personally liable, but two conditions are there. It should be necessary for the minor, and minor should not have already sufficient supply of that. Then in that, if these two conditions are fulfilled, then the person who has supplied such necessaries can recover from the property of the minor. So this is the complete law relating to the miners agreement. A complete comprehensive picture relating to the effect of a miners agreement. In next lecture we will continue with the next topic. We will start with the next topic on it. Thank you.